All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is Venus in Capricorn. Oh, that sounds very nice, doesn't it? Venus, love, and all of that. And Capricorn, very practical Capricorn, very earthy earthy Capricorn. We'll give it that. There's my pre-shuffle. It's an Ace of Pentacles right there. I forgot to flip the deck before I hit record. Sorry, usually you'd come on and you'd be looking at that. It's an Ace of Pentacles. It's a pretty solid piece of wood there. Dare I say it's big wood. This is about commitment. It's about long-term commitment. You know, thing is, I've known quite a few Capricorns in my time. I've even dated one, I believe. Yeah, I did. Yeah, she was a Capricorn. I will tell you, they're tough to get to know. But once you do, you're a friend for life. One of my best friends is a Capricorn. And we've been friends a long fucking time. I'll tell you what. We go back many, many years. That being said, this is about long-term. That's what this is here. We've had a rough road, right? We've got a hard conversation to have, but once we get past the rocky part, it's a long-term, solid wood, well-built on a good foundation commitment. That's what we want here. Okay, I don't know. Let's see where we go. I don't know what it means for you. Let's find out. I haven't looked much beyond this. I got an Ace of Pentacles, crossed by a King of Swords. That's nice. That's moving forward with a solid foundation, right? The Ace of Pentacles, right? The most solid new beginnings I can pull. That's why it's a big, giant piece of wood. The King of Cups. Somebody telling you the truth about how they feel. Somebody's going, I think a lot of somebodies. I think this is coming up, but I think, yeah, with the Six of Pentacles here, for sure, what's under that? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, things they've been afraid to say. And for a long time, they've held back the truth about how they feel. Somebody wants to build something with you that lasts, that sticks. If you're in a current relationship and it's rocky, you fight all the time, maybe whatever, somebody wants to put an end to that. Somebody wants to get on the same page as you, all right, or on the same block, if you will. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's going to be a very interesting read. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Let's take a look at this here. I mean, it is. That's the strongest energy that's here. Venus and Capricorn's about a lot more things than just commitment and solid foundations, but that's the primary energy. So I'm going to focus on that. I don't want to scatter the reading too much. We already saw it in the pre-shuffle. We saw it together because I only really looked at the Ace of Pentacles, to be honest. So somebody here wants to tell you the truth about something they've been afraid to say, or things they've been afraid to hold or have been holding back. Because they know if they don't, on the backside of the energy is someone who knows if they don't, then there can't be anything long-term. Could be somebody confessing a truth to you. We see that a lot with Venus and Capricorn. You know, I know like you're already engaged and they sit you down. I just want to let you know, I was in prison. I killed my last wife. I thought I'd tell you now before we go to the altar. It's that kind of a thing. It can be. It can be somebody coming clean to you. You know, you thought you had a great engagement. You're picking out dresses. There's something. One thing I forgot to mention. Okay. What was that? You know, my first question would be, how did you get out? That'd be my first question. Did they just let you out for that? I'm just saying. But that's an extreme example, but you catch my drift. All right, here we go. Somebody might have to confess some things that they've been afraid to tell you before if they want the long term with you. It's like what I said in the beginning about Capricorn friends that I have. They demand a lot up front. They're not just going to give you the friendship straight up. They're not just going to let you in straight up. Once they do, it's solid. They feel like they've got enough data, and now we can move forward. See where we go here. Come on, why am I still shuffling? What's going on? Are we doing the cut cards, or are we not? Yeah, we are. We're here because of the High Priestess, because something you don't know. Secrets, right? Okay. All right. What comes after the cut? Again, things coming to the surface. I like this. This is good, right? It's really good. The Seven of Cups. What is said to you, this is why we're here. The cut cards tell us why the fuck are we here. What is said to you that you don't know, that's been buried and comes to the surface? You're not sure what to make of. It's confusing. This is the energy coming off this is, oh fuck, what do I do now? Right? This is, holy shit, upright. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. That's what this is. It's a confusion energy. All right. So let's shuffle. Let's do it. We're going to pull a standard reading here. Right here's the 5 card. The soulmate energies are here. The 3D energies around your person is here. Whoever's revealing that energy to you, their soul is here. Hidden energy message from the universe is here. Red with the energy connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify everything, and we'll throw some universe cards at the end. The final message to you. And you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. I'll tell you what. Something you don't know. I hope it's not my example from earlier, right? Again, if it is, I want you to ask how they got out. That's more important than what they're telling you, actually. It's, because it could be they escaped, and in which case you're harboring a fugitive, and then you have to go to jail. I mean, you don't want that. Right here, overall energy is the Knight of Swords. Come on. I'm not making this stuff up. This is why I throw the cards, okay? This is a message of change. Duh. What are we talking about here? All right? We're going to clarify with the witches. Underneath that is the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. It's a message of change. The overall energy is a message of change that removes the shackles so that we can start again and begin again. Or it's a message of change. It could play out either way. Same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. It could be a message of change that liberates you from this fucking crazy relationship so that you can find real love. I don't know. It could go either way. Either way, it looks like you got some justice coming your way. And that's a good card. All right? That's a good card. It's all for the greater good. It's all to help balance energy. And that's what this is saying. That's balanced energy. Balanced energy to you, and the 3D is happiness. All right. Let's go. Let's do it. Energy around your connection. I already gave you the positions. See, I switched up the order this time. I'm messing with you. All right, here we go. 10 of Cups. It's a happy card, isn't it? It's nice. It's a false happiness. You either think roles could be reversed. It could be you that's got something to tell somebody. Could be. But I'm reading the energy as incoming. So for most of you, it's somebody telling you something. Okay, so if you need to flip it, flip it. But I'm going to tell you right now, as the incoming energy flows, this person that's telling you this thing, I gotta get this off my chest before we can have that solid foundation, and that's what this Venus energy is bringing. You think everything's okay. You're in la-la land about this person. You think everything's okay. You think everything's great. You think everything they do is terrific. Right? Doesn't matter. You think everything they do is wonderful. I don't know. Look, I'm exaggerating to be entertaining, right? But I'm not exaggerating much. There's a lot of delulu attached to this fucking card. All right? There's a lot of this person could run over a cat in the street, and you don't mind because, well, I don't care. They can bring it back to life with just their touch. I mean, it literally. I think this is somebody you either think you know everything about or you've got on a pedestal. I don't know. Okay? This can also be finding out something crazy you didn't know about your parents before or a high-level relative. I don't know. Either way, it helps to move things forward. Okay. Every year something crazy comes out in my family. Every year. Something. I've been feeling the tension since I was a kid, but every year it seems like another deep, dark secret gets blurted out at some holiday dinner or something like that. It's like, wow. And there's always a relative I want to turn to and go, and you were invited today? Really? I mean, seriously, the stuff that they sweep under the carpet is amazing. But my family is not that atypical. That's very common. I tell you. All right. Keeping up appearances. That's why there's a show called that. You're right here. Here we go. 3D energies around this person. Queen of Swords. Yeah. They've got to say this. It's truth. It's my Queen of Truth. I can't make this stuff up. This queen orders this night. This queen is saying, this person is getting real. Somebody's getting real. And they know they need to get real with you to have a real relationship. Right? You need to know that they can't bring that cat they ran over back to life. All right? Wow. You got a conversation coming with somebody you have a soul connection with that really, really, really allows you to, again, allows some stability, but it might blow your fucking mind. There's some hard truth here. What is their soul? No, this ought to be good. Their soul is here. It bookends this, though. Yeah. You're wrong. Look, assuming this is you and the energy's incoming and this is somebody attached to you, that's got to tell you something. You're so wrong about it. They feel so bad that you don't know this about them. They feel so bad about that. Oh my God, these 3 swords don't belong in the soul. It's a tortured soul. Their soul is tortured. I said, yes, I'd marry her, but she doesn't know about, the jail time. I don't know. It's something here that they think is going to surprise you. They're just a tortured soul about whatever this truth is that they need to reveal, because this is desperately. This tells me how much they love you. Equal and opposite reaction. 3 swords doesn't come out for somebody we don't care about. This is something that they really feel like they have to tell you, because it's someone who really wants to have a real deal with you. Have something real. A good relationship, a good foundation, a good understanding of who each other is, and all of that. I like this. On something, I'm freaked out by that, but I like this. Okay. All right, let's go. Message of change. Without it, we can't do this. Without it, we're shackled in some way. Well, this is liberation. It's freedom. The opposite of that is being shackled, tied to a wall, right? Well, there you go. Hidden energy, message from the universe. Message to you, I think. It's red with the 10 of Cups because, the Strength card. Lions have a tendency to grab onto things and not let go. Be careful about that. Here, be careful with when someone reveals something. It's what I told you about the mustard rhino energy in general. With the mustard's going away, we get to see how good a hot dog we're eating. Is it one of the low-quality ones or is it one of the high-quality ones? Because that mustard can mask the smell of the ammonia that they wash them with real easily. I'll tell you. You find out real quick when you have a plain hot dog, whether you're eating something good or something bad. All right? Not that any of them are particularly, high-end. But anyway, you catch my drift. Be careful not to be too rigid in your beliefs about things. When someone tells you a cold, hard truth, believe it. Don't say, oh, no, that can't be true. They're telling you something that's very difficult for them to say. All right, whoever this is. It might happen over the holidays. I don't know. It could happen. I'm not a Time Lord. It could happen a little after this transit ends. I don't know. It might happen around the new moon in Capricorn next month. It could. I don't know. I'm not a Time Lord. What's the potential final outcome for you? But I do know, be careful about how much you hold on to you're not letting go of the illusion. Be careful. All right. It's okay. I think in the end this ends well. I could spoiler alert, you get some justice. But also spoiler alert, that's not your final outcome here in the reading because it's already used up. Your final outcome is 3 wands. It's a minor arcana. It's up to you. If you're going to insist on holding on to the illusion, you're not going to get this. It's up to your free will. This is your final outcome. You can have a new beginning with this person, new horizons, all of it. But you got to believe this truth. I don't think you'll want to. I don't think you'll want to. All right? But you got to. All right. Let's see where we go. And you too might turn to somebody at holiday dinner and go, and you got invited? Really? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. 10 cups. Man. All right. Here we go. What do we get here? 10 cups. Let's talk about it. You can have this if you want it. But not if you're holding on to that too much. All right. This is somebody, I don't even want to say it's somebody you've put on a pedestal. It could be. It's more fun for me to exaggerate it that way, that you've put them on a pedestal. But it could just as well be you think you know everything about somebody, about a soulmate you're watching tarot readings on, and I'm telling you right now, you don't. There's something they're very scared to fucking tell you. That comes up a lot in the Cancer angle, which is the all signs angle of this soulmate cycle. That's been coming up in the Cancer angle all along since I've been here. And I always get somebody who says, oh, no, I know everything about my person. I've been married to my wife for 23 years. I still find out new things about her. All right? So you don't know everything about somebody you know who ran from you. Even I don't care about pillow talk or any of that. There's things that go on inside people's minds, fantasies, things along those lines, subconscious things that take years to find, if they ever even tell you or reveal themselves. This is something pretty important. You're being encouraged not to hold on to it because this is a nice ending. 3 of Wands. What's the next card? 4 of Wands, right? Happy new beginning. And we've been getting that a lot lately about you having a happy new beginning, haven't we? Right? I think there was a whole reading about that. You might remember. I think it was a new moon reading, wasn't it? All right. 10 Cups. Why is that here? I'm still shuffling. You know, the fickle old gal universe is trying to give you the right answer. This was the best card she could find, the fickle old gal universe. I don't care that it's the Fool. I don't care that it's the 0 card in the Major Arcana. I don't care that it means a leap of faith and what the book says it means. I want you to look at the card and look at the person on it. And think about your back over here. Think about what you would yell to that person, right? If you were, and take my word for it, I have actually done this. I have been, when I went to the Grand Canyon, I understood for the first time in my life why there's so many deaths at national parks, right? People, I don't know what it is. They get into a national park and they get shit stupid all of a sudden. I have no idea what's going on. They stop watching their kids. They just let their kids run around. There's nothing but a little 3-foot-high rock wall between you and a dying fall. Nothing, right? I literally yelled to somebody, hey, jackass, be careful, right? Because I was just so annoyed by how stupid the person was. This is that kind of energy. This is someone who's not paying attention. You're not paying attention. And I'm going to say it's you. Roles can be reversed, all right? But you know if there's something you're afraid to tell the person you're with, right? This is that energy here. It's careless on some level. It's a carelessness that's crossing this. It's always careless to put anybody on a pedestal or be delulu about anybody. Always. It's always careless to carpet sweep things. How do I know something was carpet swept here? Because I had the high priestess, and why the fuck are we here? And that is the queen. That is the high priestess of carpet sweeping. All right? Now, what's on top? I swear, if you ever go to a national park, I almost saw, at least in a 2-day period, I almost saw at least 3 people. I would say 3 people. Either almost do something stupid like fall off, or do something stupid by not paying attention to their own kids. What happened? What, do you think you're not a parent because you're at a national park all of a sudden? I mean, it's unreal, you know? All right. I'm just saying. Ace of Swords. It's truth. It's Archangel Michael's sword of truth. You're not paying attention to the truth. You're not paying attention that there's a fucking cliff here. The warning signs have been everywhere, right? They got prison tattoos. You didn't know? You didn't know, right? Got a tattoo on his leg says, I killed my last wife. You didn't know. You didn't say, I didn't see it, Steve. What? Well, then I advise you to stay away from the Grand Canyon, okay? Just going to be my tip of the day. It's the truth. It's there to go. There's a truth you're missing. This person knows it. They're going to tell it to you. It's probably you're going to deny it. No, right? You're going to go absolute denial on it. Oh, right? Okay. All right. I know that was a mountain lion, but we were just talking about the Grand Canyon. They got mountain lions there. Anyway. The Ace of Swords. Tower. It's going to blow. I can't make this shit up. I'm trying to help you. Okay? I know. I hear from people all the time, I like this other person. They talk, they always give me something inspirational. I'm trying to help you live a better life, be smarter, Honestly, inspiration. Yay, inspiration. Yay. Look, there's a tower here. It's going to blow your fucking mind. It's very sudden. You're missing something big. These are big energies. That's a big cat. Just let go of the rose a little bit. All right? I don't know what it is, but it's important for this person to say this because you can't have a solid foundation with this person going forward. Okay? It's important. Look, everything I said just played out right there. All right? That's the sword of truth. It's a truth you're missing. All right. Queen of Swords. Let's talk about the truth. Let's talk about it. This is bothering them. We say sometimes it's a cold energy, cold, hard truth, we might say. But it's bothering them. You sometimes get bothered by the cold, hard truth. That's how they come out. It's bothering you. It's eating at you. Somebody blurts something out. I don't know. I have no idea. Queen of Swords. This is the 3D energies around this person. They're haunted by a cold, hard truth. Isn't this a haunting image to you? I'm drawn to it. It's only the second time. Wow, this has been happening. This is the second time in close proximity I've been drawn to the Old West poster of this with the burn marks on it. Somebody lit it on fire. It's a ghostly image. They're haunted by it. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Okay. The Lovers. It used to be called the Choice. You hear that all the time. It's 5D. You might hear sometimes we have some control over this. We have no fucking control over this. This person is being backed into a wall by the energy, by something bigger than them. Everything is energy, though. I mean, if you asked them to marry you and they said yes, they're back. The energy is coming in where they're forced to say something, right? There's nothing they can do. The energy that's surrounding them, the environmental energy, is forcing them to do something about this. It's forcing them to reveal it. So something's obviously happened or will happen between you two that forces them to have to tell you this. I mean, I'm being cheeky by saying you asked them to marry you and now they have to tell you about what happened with their previous wife, which you didn't even know about in the first place, But I have to exaggerate to give examples, right? And if I can get a chuckle out of you, you might relax a little bit and take in the energy a little better of the reading. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. It's called the Choice, but it's 5D. And this is Archangel Raphael. There's a lot of healing here from revealing this. It's cathartic for this person to say it to you. What's on top? Well, I got two cards. They want to come out together. I'm going to take them. All right? I got the Page of Wands, and I got the Five of Pentacles. They can either tell you, this is why it came out. Why is this here? Why is the cold hard truth here? Because they can either tell you, and you could have a new beginning with this person, right? Or they can not tell you, and nothing happens. It has to end. Something has to end. It has to stop. They have to disappear. They have to vanish. All right? I don't know. Why'd those come out together? The Hermit. What's the bridge? Seven of Swords. We'll get to these. That's the Queen of Swords. Cold, hard truth. Everything we've been talking about, right? It's bookended by a lie. See what I'm saying? If you don't, this might not be the channel for you. I mean, it's bookended by a lie. There's a lie. There's something. They may have even flat out lied to you about something. No, I've never been married before. Not only have they been married before, the woman is pushing up daisies, and they did time for it. And again, your question is, how did you get out? Because if they escaped, you need to say goodbye, because otherwise you're an exception. You need to pick up a phone immediately. All right? Well, I'm just telling you. I'm exaggerating, but that's kind of what's going on here. The Hermit's talking about it's eating at their soul. Well, why would I say that? How do you know that, Steve? Duh. In the soul position, it's a tortured soul. Right? It's haunting them. It's backing up everything I said. I don't want you to look at this as a negative. It's extremely positive. Your ending is extremely positive. It's up to you. But if you look at it as a negative and you hold on to the false delulu image you have of this person, then it's not. Then this is your outcome. You go nowhere. Right? This is a positive thing. This is someone who wants to clear the air. Make sure you're clean slate. Let's start. This is somebody who desperately wants you in their life. I say desperately because it's eating at them. It's bothering them. That you don't know. Okay? 3 swords. Why is it here? Tortured soul. Haunted. Tortured. Haunted. I mean, call the ghost hunters. Soul. I mean, get some EVPs out of that. Right? There we go. Let's see where we're at here. See where we're at. 3 swords. Three swords. Why is it here? Okay. 6 of Cups. Haunted by the past. It's coming up. I mean, it comes back. It comes back around. Everything is energy. Energy is measured in cycles. It loops around, right? I don't care if it's your fucking toaster, right? Here in the U.S., our electricity runs at 60 hertz in our house. 60 cycles per second. Spinning around, all right? It comes back. This person thought they could just push this away. It came back. It always does. Something not dealt with is always doomed to come bite you in the ass. You get married to somebody without telling them something very important. It's going to come out at some point. Even the universe will make it happen just to fucking balance the energy. You'll run into somebody from their past, and they'll go, "Oh, hey, when did you get out of Leavenworth?" You know, and your then spouse for like 12 years will look at you and go, "What? I never knew about. Why didn't I know about that?" Right? It will always. It cycles around. The energy around us is always trying to balance things out. That's why it catches up to you. Somebody getting bit by something they thought wouldn't bite them, and now they're having to face the cold, hard truth. It's haunted by the soul. What's on top? 2 of Wands. It's everything I just said. They thought, well, I'll just ignore this and move forward. Why is that here? Did I or did I not when I was just talking? It's justice, by the way. It's justice. Did I or did I not when I was just talking about this bring this up? When I was talking about a friend you run into, right? You hide something. You get married. You're married for 12 years. You think you're safe from this thing from the past, this secret, this cold heart, this lie, right? And you run into somebody out of nowhere, right? And they say something. People, you can't control what other energies do. You can only control how you behave in it. And in this particular case, when this energy says something, you behave like, you turn into Porky Pig, because you didn't say anything. This person knows. They don't want to run into that. They're having nightmares about that type of scenario. Okay? Now let's talk about you. Let's get back to you. All right? Yeah, I don't want to. You don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that you don't want to believe it. Don't be this lion. All right. Don't be Porky Pig either, but don't be this lion. All right. Why is the lion here? Besides what I already told them, let's clarify. Tell me about it. The thing is, with this here, it's passionate forward movement. It's Leo energy. The message to you on the flip, on the underside, is that you would have moved forward with this person. You would have continued to be delusional. They just can't allow that to happen. Why? Probably because of Venus and Capricorn. Probably because the energy around us, we don't control it. That's why the Lovers came in. We don't control it. It wants to balance the energy, and if it does, it will haunt us. The 5D manipulates the 3D very easily. You will have haunting dreams. You will all of a sudden wake up in a panic attack. Oh my God, if I marry Steve Buer, I'm going to run into somebody in 12 years at a farmer's market who's going to blurt something out, and then it's going to be over, right? Well, I mean, it is what it is. And by then, they get half my stuff. Oh, crap. They probably get more than half your stuff. If you irritate the judge because you lied, half is the minimum. They'll get more than half. You'll be lucky if you get a box by a 7-Eleven. You get the wrong judge. All right, here we go. The strength. So, again, the 5D is manipulating this situation. Venus and Capricorn is just helping out a little bit. It's all about the mustard rhino year. It's all about moving forward with good hot dogs, not rotten ones covered with mustard. Everything tastes good when you put something on it to cover the taste, whether it's mustard or ketchup. Could have just easily called it the ketchup rhino. All right, here we go. But mustard's been used a lot longer than ketchup to mask the taste of some shitty crap. All right, here we go with the King of Swords crossing it. There's a truth coming to you that you do not believe. You stand your ground like a fucking lion. I'm telling you, it's truth. I want you to sit with what this person tells you. It's okay. Just sit with it. What's on top? The King of Cups. This is read with the Ace of Swords. This is about the truth. That blows your fucking mind, basically, if I'm to phrase it that way. It has, because you're reluctant to do anything with it, I'm going to tell you, this has the potential. The King of Cups upright is often a very stable, emotionally stable person in its best read. This is one of its better reads, okay, in the context where it's sitting. So that's how I'm going to choose to read that energy, just because it's easier for me to explain. I would need a whiteboard to explain what's actually here, right? And then I'd have to open it by teaching you. Anyway, it's not worth it. At the end of the day here, right, the truth they're telling you creates the environment for a much more stable love, which in turn ties to this card, which ties to this card by default, which is what this is about. It's about tearing down the delulu so we can build something on a stable ground, stable structure, right? But emotionally, while it may shock you at first, it actually puts you in a better emotional position. Right? In fact, if nothing else, you might feel better just knowing this person's going crazy. Their soul is tortured over this. Okay? So try not to rip their head off too much either. But don't just insist on believing the delusion. That's not going to help you. You may not like it, right? But in the end, it's good. Why is the King of Cups here? See? It moves you forward. Eight of Wands. Right? Now we can move forward. This is read with the Tower. This backs up my energy read. This is why I throw this. Now we can move forward and build on a solid foundation. We tear down the old delusion with truth, love. You're more emotionally stable now. You know what's going on. You know what's what. Now we can move forward and build something good. See? All because we talked. All because we said something. And the bridging energy with the Strength card is death. Death is inevitable. It's an inevitable energy. This was always going to happen. This alone backs up everything I said around the soul position. It backs up everything I said about how when you keep something from somebody, it's going to come out at some point. Even if the universe, the 5D manipulates the 3D very easily, even if you run into somebody somewhere, it always shows up. This is important so that you could build on a solid foundation going forward. Why is the 3 Wands here? Your final outcome, 3 of Wands. This is a whole new environment for you and this person. It really is. The reading is played out exactly. I read the energy first, then I threw the cards. The cards have backed me up 100% here. No doubt. This is a very clear energy. It's very nice. Has the potential to be. But if you dig in and refuse to believe it, I'm telling you this goes bad on you. It goes reversed. You don't get something that... I think I said it in the beginning and I'll say it again. I feel like in spite of whatever plays out here, this is for the greater good of both parties involved. And the King of Cups proves that. It backs it up for me. All right? At least in respect to you. All right? You might say, well, it's only good for them, Steve. No, it's very good for you too. It makes you wiser. Can I phrase it that way? It makes you more emotionally wise. I'll phrase it that way. All right? 3 of Cups. Oh, 3 of Cups. Yeah, geez. Feels like a 3 of Cups. Fine. 3 of Cup Wands. Right? Why is the 3 of Wands here? It's crossed by the devil. Ooh. Ooh. It's up to you. It's up to you. Right? Your reaction is what determines the thing here. This can go negative. This can go positive. Right? There's an angel light shining a light on the devil. What you do once the light is shown on the lie. This is devil energy. It's mild devil energy. It's deception. It's a lie. It's red. This, your final outcome is red with all of this. Once you find out, the light shines in, the truth shines in on it. What you do is up to you from there, right? This devil, it's not that big a deal also, it's saying. Look at that guy, right? In the dark, you don't know who's breaking into your house. You're like, I don't know what the hell's going on. But when you shine the light on him, you see it's this little guy over here, you're like, oh shit, well I could kick his ass. And so you go do it. You get him pre-tied up for the police, right? I mean, it's up to you. It's not that big a deal. But you might be inclined with this kind of energy in the environment controlling you to make a mountain out of a molehill, to turn it into more than what it is. Okay? All right. What's so tough? The Chariot. Why is the Three of Wands here? Because this is part of your journey. This is part of your journey on the soulmate cycle. This is a big part of it. It's a huge part of it. It would imply it's a test of some kind. I don't like saying that. But the way the 5D is manipulating the 3D here and the way I've described what I mean by that, it is a little bit. It is a little bit. This person attached to you, maybe for this person more so than you, but you get to decide what to do when the truth comes in. You could beat up that little guy or not. You know, I mean, I don't know, it's up to you. But the truth of the matter is, it is a test for you in some respect as well as to what you do. But for them, it's a big test because they're getting hammered with something here. Visions of what happens if they don't tell you this, and they're haunted by it, right? They know they can't move forward until whatever. They're stuck at 2 of Wands. You guys can go to 3 Wands, but it depends how you react to this truth coming in. Okay? Why is the Chariot here? It's you. It's the Empress. Yeah. Well, that's red with the Hermit. I think part of this for you, because I got the Devil here. Are you really the Empress? Yeah, I know a lot of you fancy yourself that energy. Boy, I hear that all the time. I get at least 2-3 tweets I'm tagged in a week. So I'm the Empress, Steve. Okay. Well, good for you. Well, here's your chance to prove it, right? Empress has empathy. Somebody who lacks empathy is not the Empress. Right? Somebody who, it's just not there. It can't happen. You can't be the Empress and not care. I mean, it is what it is. What's under the Devil? We might as well look. 7 of Cups. The card that came after the cut, right? Again, you're not sure what to do. Trust in your intuition. Trust in your emotions. Listen to what your heart is telling you. Listen to what your fucking soul is telling you. And the Empress is red with the Hermit here, right? You know what to do. You know exactly what to do here. There's some fear. There's the Hierophant. Look at that. You know exactly what to do here. You just got to push past it. This devil energy will generate fear. It'll be something you hear. Well, we already know it. It's like totally trips you out. It's a tower, right? So it's something you hear that causes some fear a little bit maybe, or something along those lines. It's shocking. It's fine. It is what it is. This is beautiful. Ignore this, right? This is beautiful energy. I would allow this to happen. This person's a tortured soul telling you this. I don't think it's any huge big deal. How do I know that? Because of this. Because the truth comes in and it shines a light on that, and he don't look like a huge big deal to me. All right? He doesn't. He doesn't look like he's 10 feet tall with horns and a pitchfork and magic powers. No. Doesn't look like that at all. All right? So don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's part of your journey on the soulmate cycle. You've got a real chance to build a solid foundation with what I suspect is an extremely powerful soulmate. Whether it's a family member, a friend, or a runner, I have no idea. I don't get any indication either way. That's not what this reading's talking about. Whoever it is. A lot of times this plays out with family members. I've said that, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a love connection. It could be an ex. It could be somebody you're about to marry. Somebody you're in a relationship with right now, it's likely. And for that relationship to go to the next gear, they need to confess this to you. And I've given you endless examples of that, right? Again, look, start checking them for tattoos. All right. Anyway, jokes aside, I don't think it's that big a deal. But you might be inclined, because this devil energy is around you, to make it a big deal. So don't. That's what I'm telling you. Don't dig in. Don't whatever. It benefits you. Process it. You can say, hey, you know what? Let me process this. Let me go think about this. It's great. We're dropping a tower on delusional energy. Delulu, if you will. All right, there we go. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. We'll go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I got a devil crossing you. Well, it might piss you off. You might, if you got a little wicked in you. Are you the one? Are you the empress who might chase? You could still be an empress and chase somebody with a frying pan down the street, right? And your flip-flops and underpants. Hey, people, all your neighbors calling the police. We got a domestic dispute here. You need to send somebody over here fast. She threw the frying pan at him and a flip-flop. Now she got one flip-flop, right? And the underwear's falling down. So you better get down here. I don't know. You might have a tendency to get a little witchy here. Be careful about that. All right, witchy woman, male or female. Here we go. Let's go. Bottom of the deck, 3 cards and a bottom card. What else you want to tell my people? This is for you. Great. 5 swords. The sun, 8 pentacles, and the sun is crossed by 7 pentacles. These are red, center, left, right. The devil energy that's here, it's talking about this, believe it or not. It's sort of, my eyes kept getting drawn to this immediately. Even while I was throwing these cards, I was looking at this sitting here. The energy around you through this transit of Venus through Capricorn has a tendency, that might be why you dig in a little bit. I'm just going to say it. I'm not trying to offend you, and I'm sure you're not like this, all right? But it has the tendency to make you think you're little Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, right? Like you don't do anything wrong. I suspect you're hiding something from this person too. We all got little secrets and little things we don't tell. Right? Little fantasies that we don't tell, even anything like that. The universe all reads that as deception. If you're hiding a fantasy from someone you love, right? You're hiding, it's a lie of omission. We live in a binary universe. The zeros and ones, yes, no. The gray areas are put there by our brain. The act of hiding that is seen by the universe as deception. So keep that in mind. That it's this energy that might make you think that you're all high and mighty. So my point is, when someone tells you this secret, this thing that's haunting them, this thing, right? And the tower comes crashing down on the delusional 10 of Pentacles here. And again, it might be very mild for some of you, and it might be very major for some of you. But whatever it is, when this comes out, don't try to consider the fact that you got a thing or two as well that maybe you need to say. It'll help mitigate a little bit, kind of knock some of the edge off of it. All right, that's all I'm saying. This energy might make you feel, it's self-defeating for you to think that you're little Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, right? That you're little Miss Sunshine. You're not little Miss Sunshine, whether you're male or female, all right? Everybody's got a little something in their closet as well. Yours might be smaller than theirs, though, but either way, just try to balance the energy within it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. That's it. Good luck.